Okay, before we get started, I'm just going to let you know that one person requested that I make this video. And to me, if I can help just one person, if only one person takes something good from anything I do, that's worth it to me. I'm not in this for fame. I'm not in this for popularity. I'm not in this to get attention. It's worth it to me if anything I do in my life, with my life, helps or benefits somebody in any kind of positive, good way. It turns out I did have 2 consistent days with sun in them to get the readings. I started earlier in the morning, around 10 o'clock, to get my readings first because I wasn't sure if I was going to get a sunny day around noon. And it worked both days. However, the noon times are a lot more consistent and a lot more accurate. However, none of it's perfect, so use your own judgment to judge what it is you're seeing here. It all happened really perfect, if I could say that, because an hour after I got all my video, here's the sky. That's the time.
I don't even know if you can tell I'm doing, but I can't hold the stupid camera and get all the right angles all at the same time. It's just the way it is with the equipment I got. But I will get the reading. Yeah, let's show you that.
Right now I'm just lining up the device. Okay, and now that I got it, level it back up. I don't know if you can see that. That is the light angle for the time that I took it, just a couple seconds ago. Okay, I saved all the trouble of trying to hold the camera. I've already taken the reading, and this device does need a little bit of fine tuning, but I'll at least try to show you if the camera doesn't blow over. Oh, there's the time. It's just hard to get on this. With this, it's a little bit hard to do because it's very sensitive. And I'm going to take this again at noon, just with this, just to get the more consistent reading. Like I said, I got to make some fine tuning to this, which this is too long. This is too long. It needs to be a lot shorter to get that more consistent shadow, where this could have all kinds of variation to it. This may not be as flat and as straight as it needs to be. If it's shorter, it's a lot easier to get that. So I'm going to hack this off somewhere, and I'm going to hack this down somewhere where it'll give me that. Okay, my sundial's a little too hard to use and film at the same time, so I'm going to do a little more conventional way of getting a reading. The only thing is you are limited to this particular point of the day, so if there's no sun tomorrow, it won't exactly be consistent. I mean, if there's sun at 9 a.m. but not at noon, then I'll have to get my reading on the device, and I will not be able to film it very accurately. But when this shadow lines up with the level here, let me see if I can get out of the way, then it'll be noon, and I will take my reading with this and the shadow, and I'll try to film it if I can. I don't know if I can get the angles with this wonderful camera that I have. True noon is the best time to get a reading. You don't even need no fancy device to do it. However, it's just a little bit inconvenient for most people to be out there at noon. Okay, I'm going to set the numbers up so hopefully the camera can see it. And I'm going to line up the shadow. It's time to get the reading. And you want to use the shortest shadows you possibly can, because the longer they get, the more distorted they are. This gives you a more accurate reading of what you're doing. Okay, whatever right there is, that should be the reading for the day. At at this certain time, noon. I don't even know what it says, but I'll check it when I look at the video. And if you can see it, we're now just past noon. Okay, it's noon, and I'm gonna take my reading to compare to yesterday. Right there is the reading. Whatever you're seeing over there from the camera, that's the reading for the day. Probably just operator error, and you've seen the numbers drop 20 and then go back up to 41. But I'm gonna stick with the 41 in this case. If I didn't say it already, this thing is very sensitive. If I can see it without moving it. I'll just have to look at what I had. I do stand behind the design of my sundial, the device I use, but it just needs a little bit of fine tuning. Not that it's unusable right now, it's just whenever you're trying to get really, really exact on your numbers, it just needs a little work, but it's already proven to me what I've needed to find out. Now I just need to make it a little better. Just remember to keep in mind that even if you are measuring light angles from day to day, every day will be different. You will not get a pattern based off of what you take today. If you get a difference of half a degree today, it's gonna change from day to day. Just like this ball is swinging back and forth, the sun speeds up and slows down in the same way from its north to south. So every day is different. Well, I hope some of this was of use. By all means, if you've seen something on here that you think you can improve, take any of my designs, use them however you see fit, improve them, perfect them. It's all good with me. I don't care. Thanks for watching.